Because I have a thing where I can be attracted to a flaw way more than just perfection.
Yeah. Like I like Jewel because of her snaggletooth.
No, okay, save it.
It's on.
Save it.
Welcome. Here we go.
And I'm not Tony Hawk. Are you looking for a delicious and nutritious snack that packs a real protein punch? Crack into a good source of protein with tasty, healthy, wonderful pistachios.
Wonderful pistachios come in a variety of flavors and sizes. Perfect for enjoying with your family and friends or taking them with you on the go during your summer adventures.
Check out wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more about how these little green wonders can power up your day.
No, I'm just clarifying that it's the singer, Jewel.
Yeah,
She's like a frontier woman these days.
What's a frontier woman?
She like makes
on a ranch.
makes pies in a cast iron skillet.
I was in a NASCAR race with her, like a legit NASCAR race.
Wait, driving
With Jewel, yeah.
when she was racing.
Yeah.
You.
Her husband.
She came in right behind me.
Her husband is the.
She was
She was
hammering.
going for it, yeah.
Her husband is the #1 bull rider in the world ever,
I don't think it's
Ty.
together, but yeah,
They're not together anymore.
I think so. But he was in it too. She beat him.
You think he's good in bed?
No, he's selfish.
Wait.
You gotta be. You don't,
if you're
you
a
don't
really
become-
good
you
bull
don't-
rider, you're selfish?
You're not a generous lover if you're a bull rider.
Interesting.
Think
That's
about
an
that.
odd
Think about
stereotype.
okay, do you think Laird Hamilton is good in bed? He's a big wave surfer, right?
Yeah.
There's a part of Laird. I mean, and I love Laird. I'm no shade. I love Laird. I love Gabby.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, candidly, and I'm sure everyone now will have to say he's the best lover in the world. He's very generous. But I'm just saying, like, I bet there's a part of Gabby that goes, I feel him charge it every now and then. Like he's charging it.
I never.
Like John Florence is a better lover. Let's just talk John Florence because
the most
his whole
modern
thing's
Nazi
about
surfer.
finesse
Yeah.
and beauty.
He does-
Kelly
yeah, he
Slater.
does-
Kelly Slater.
John
great
does-
lover.
Okay, so you can be at the highest level and be a great lover. It's only because you're riding a bull.
It's what you do.
that
Like
makes
I got to
you-
be honest with you vert riders. I don't know. I'd rather
She
fuck.
haven't been with me.
I'd rather fuck.
You don't even know us, dude.
Well, I don't want to fuck you.
No.
I bet you're too generous. I bet at a point I'm like, slow down, stop, it's hurting.
No, you would have a really good time if I liked you like that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very good.
Who's Nija?
Yeah, he's not good in bed. No way.
Oh my
I bet
God,
he's
what
really
is
good.
happening
You
here?
think
I bet
he's
really
good?
good.
See, I think it's the
Yes.
opposite.
No,
I think he's
man.
like the bull rider, where he's
No,
like
he's-
just about himself.
He's goofy and clumsy, and he fumbles.
He's
his
not
way
goofy
around
and
it.
clumsy.
No, but he fumbles
What?
his way in bed.
Oh,
I want out.
He's like,
I'm pulling the parachute on out.
he says stuff like, does that feel good?
Welcome to the show.
What the hell?
Bert Kreischer is here.
I was going to tell you a fun fact about John Florence. He did a backside stale 540, huge on a wave.
Ivan, their youngest brother, is a pretty good skateboarder, and their mom's a legit skateboarder.
Who?
Yeah.
The Florence brothers.
Yeah.
3 Florence
Yeah.
brothers. Moved to Hawaii at a young age. I'm friends with Nathan. Like, I know Nathan. I've DM with him or text with him. But, like, 3 Florence brothers moved to Hawaii at a young age, and their mom, and I got to be really very honest, and I'm sorry, gentlemen, is a smoke show. Their mom is absolutely gorgeous.
Right.
She moves down to Hawaii and just raises 3 boys, and they turn out to be savages.
Yeah.
I mean,
Savage
fucking
surfers,
amazing surfers. They're all solid dudes. Like
Yeah.
they're not bad people. Like, you can tell when you get someone blackout drunk, and I got Nathan blackout drunk.
Yeah. You do that to
He's
a lot
still
of
a good
people,
dude.
huh?
He's still a good dude.
That's your,
Like
that's
you
your
try
gauge.
to turn him,
Yeah.
get him to say one of the bad words, and he couldn't say it. You know he
Oh
didn't know.
my-
You know
Wait,
he didn't.
what?
He didn't. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Bert Kreischer's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Machine
Yeah,
is here.
we
That
guys
movie kicks ass.
La Machina.
Oh, thank you.
I just saw
thank
it.
You, thank you.
I was
very much.
telling Tony.
That looked like a lot of fun to shoot.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. When I got there, I was told by the studio, like, I wasn't going to drink, and they were like, "Yeah, that's not who we hired.
Yeah.
Fucking get after it." Like,
Oh
have
wait, so
fun."
truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah,
Like the movie is about you trying not to drink,
And
and
I
then
was like-
you
and I
need to
was-
drink to become
you were
the
drinking
machine,
the whole
and you
time.
need
Yeah.
to drink to play the machine.
Well,
To play Bert, this
I'm
playing the
sober
machine.
right
Wait, it's
now. I'm
confusing.
sober right now, and
Why?
I'm almost just some man.
Yeah.
And I'm
Been going
almost,
pretty hard after the movie and the tour, and I've been watching, dude. I'm watching the movie. I know we're not like super tight or whatever, but
would
I
you
know,
say
and
that?
I know that you're already well established. But I was proud of you watching the movie because I'm like, this is a really hilarious action movie.
Oh,
You're the
thanks, bro.
star.
Thank you.
It's not The Rock. It's Bert. And I was like, this is. Like, regardless if you made like now you're the next movie star in the world, you did it, dude.
Oh,
you
thank you.
did it.
Thank you
That
very
movie
much.
kicks ass.
That means a lot, Jason. I seriously, I appreciate that.
I'm not blowing smoke, dude. Like, I really was the whole time. I was like, dude, how pumped are you? Like, it just keep getting
It was the coolest experience of my life. Like
fight
I
scenes, like legit, full on action, Hollywood crazy explosion.
Did you get to help with the casting?
Yeah. I was an executive producer, so
Did you pick the young Bert?
Oh yeah, we picked him during the pandemic. We were watching a show called The Guest Book, and he showed up in it, and he was just really fucking funny. And LeeAnn just hit pause, looked over, and goes, "That's you." And I was like, "What?" She goes, "That's
Did
you."
you see American Vandal?
Yeah, he's awesome in everything he does.
So, you gotta-
He's so good,
so
and so
funny.
we
He
legit.
skates too.
Yeah, he's like legit.
Legit, yeah,
He can
he
do a
legit
kickflip.
skates,
Like
yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
legit skater.
Yeah.
And he can do a kip up. He's in great shape. He lives the coolest life. I won't tell your secrets, Jimmy, but like if you ever bump into him, ask him about Antarctica. Like he went like now I'm telling the secrets.
I
but-
knew it. I didn't want to say it, but I was like, but here goes your
He
secret.
has the coolest fucking life. He does shit where like he goes to the Venice Film Festival and then gets on a private jet and goes to the bottom of South America to get on a boat to go to Antarctica with a bunch of fucking ballers. And he's what's crazy about Jimmy, obviously his profile's getting bigger. He is the most regular dude. His mom, I think, was a speech pathologist. His dad worked
he
at
just rolls
LAX.
with it.
He grew up in Venice, skateboarding, and just doesn't smoke a ton of weed, doesn't drink a ton. The most solid dude you'll ever meet. Not changed by any of it. He's dating. Do you
And
remember?
when he gets blackout drunk, he doesn't say offensive things.
He's a really good guy.
Right.
Like he's the guy that kind of corrects me when I was like, "Oh."
You don't say.
Like he turned me into, like we were sitting drinking one night and he goes, and I said I didn't like the not the Fugees, who's the three. Neither of you are gonna ever get this.
Black Eyed Peas.
Never in a million
The
years.
three, just the
I'm
three.
gonna-
That's all
Moguls.
you're giving us?
No.
I almost want to say I'll donate $10,000 to his charity if he can figure.
Go for it.
Just
I got a
Tony,
charity.
Just Tony.
Wait, are you going to give
Tony.
any other hints? Just the
No,
three?
no. 3 dudes from Atlanta
The Moguls.
and 1 dude's passed away.
Yeah, it's those.
You know who I'm talking about.
Three Mafia?
No. Wow.
Damn it.
No, Dad.
I know.
36 Mafia?
No,
Nah,
it's
it's
not.
the
No, they're all still
Moguls or
alive.
whatever it is. I
No,
forgot
it's not
their
the
name.
Moguls. It's not the Moguls.
It's the Mowgli's or some shit. Damn it! What are they? The Moguls.
Dipset.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't gonna get it.
Offset. I can name the 3 dudes and he's still not going to get it.
Oh, the actual rap group.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I know who you're talking about.
Offset.
Offset was passed away. I think he got shot. Takeoff got shot. Takeoff.
Takeoff. And Offset
Okay, so you have one more.
in the band, in the group.
I don't know.
The three.
I'll fight the 3 amigos. No.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'll
Wait, what
fight
is the
all
three?
3 of the. I said it on Jesus and Miro because they got into a fight with Joe Budden, and I was joking, and I said I'll fight all 3 of them. So I didn't. What's the name of the band? The Migos.
That's what I was saying.
I was all
Migos.
right. I was almost right.
I was right. I just couldn't say it. I was saying Mooglies or something.
No, you're right.
I
You're
knew
right.
it was the Migos.
Migos, yeah.
But like this is what a good guy Jimmy is. I said I wasn't into the Migos, and he goes, "No, you are." And I said, "No, you are. I'm not." And he goes, "Hold on," like a young kid shepherding an old man into the forest. He goes, and he played them, and he would slide them into other music. And I go, "Wait, who's this?" And he's like, "It's the Migos."
Migos,
and I was
yeah.
like, "Fuck!" And then I became a huge Migos fan, and because of Jimmy, he's just a really great guy. But yeah, I picked everyone. I picked my wife. Picked my wife. I picked
Smart.
the villain. The villain was fucking amazing.
Yep.
And then Mark's son was a fan of mine, and so
Oh,
he was-
yeah. That was what was next. My next question. How did you get Mark Hamill to read some of those lines?
Mark's son was a
Because
fan.
he seems like It seems like he wouldn't branch out so far to be like, whoa, dude, you really getting into that?
Yeah.
He's I don't know the right way to approach this, but Mark is
He's down.
he's first of all, he's cool, right? He's cool.
I think he's super cool.
He's cool, but he also is like, he does not curse in real life. He's not like drinking. He doesn't like smoke weed. He's a pretty straight-laced, regular dad. Like he's a dad first, really honestly. And so some of the stuff we had him do like was a little out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm like.
He did not. I hope I'm not telling stories at school, but Mark was really opposed to me punching my hand in the dude's throat.
What?
He pulled me aside. He goes, I don't think it's funny. Like, I think it's going to be really hard to come back from that because in the script you're just reading, I throw a dude.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
like,
funny.
He didn't know how I was going to play it. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, you're just going to punch a guy in the throat and murder him. And then like, but you're our hero. You can't kill people. And I was like, I think it'll be funny. And then when we did it, we got done that day and I'm covered in blood. And he goes, I was wrong. That was really, really funny. He goes, I didn't know you'd panic throughout it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be like cool. And he was like, you're lying about like, I'm inside him. He's really warm. Like, he goes, you were really funny. I was like, thanks, Mark. But he was cool to trust you, but he would definitely vocalize like,
But was there any scene where he was like, yeah, that's
Yeah, like
too
the
far.
drug
for him.
The drug taking stuff, was he cool?
no, he loved it.
Okay.
He loved it. He actually loved it. He actually loved it. He actually got to
was it
set
on Molly
early.
Parton?
He got to set early, and I'm not saying he did drugs, but I think they were partying on set. So
What?
I think it's
He was method acting.
I think it's vitamin B, so you get a little jolt.
Okay.
And Mark was up that night. Yeah.
Because that was some of the funniest stuff ever when he hit the line or whatever, and he did it in a way where I was like, dude, we're going for it right now.
I don't know. Mark's never said this out loud to me, but from what I hear,
He's done a
they
bunch.
fucking partied. Like they used to on their first Star Wars tour. It was Harrison, Carrie, and Mark, and they didn't know the movie was going to be as big as it was. So they sent them on like a groundswell tour. So they sent them to like Las Vegas, Chicago, like to do morning shows.
Yeah.
And this is when everyone fucking partied.
Yeah.
And like Mark would tell stories, and Mark's a great interview. I would have Mark on to tell these stories because I'm just semi regurgitating them. But he would talk about everyone's personality, about Carrie and Harrison, and what it was like to do these. And I think Mark was younger than all of them, but they partied. They definitely fucking partied.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher fucking
Yeah.
is a goat.
Yeah, right.
Like she fucking got down. I think on her autopsy they were like she had ecstasy in her system. I go, fucking 70?
Yeah.
She fucking put me out that way.
right?
She was very open about her challenges with that. So
I don't know that part. I just know
It's
she's
just
fun.
hard. It's hard to rebound off Molly when you're older,
You're telling me.
right?
Dude, I have a hard time. I don't have a hard time if I'm in a constant rebound. Like if I'm living in the paint, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But once I get outside the paint and start shooting threes, I don't want to get back in the paint.
It's the same as skateboarding. If you skate all the
shooting
time,
threes.
your body's not that sore. But if you go every now and then, it hurts way more.
yeah.
You got to stay in the paint.
yeah, I have been skating pretty much nonstop recently, and I took 2 big slams yesterday, and I haven't felt them
Right, because
I'm-
you're conditioned.
because yeah,
2 big ones.
pretty big, yeah, like
Dang.
not massive, but enough where it was like, really that right now?
Yeah.
But I'm just whatever.
That's good, though.
Yeah, no, I feel good. Shooting threes.
Yeah, that's when I'm not drinking, I'm shooting threes because I'm just staying outside. They're passing me the ball. It's easy fucking work. When I'm not drinking, life is easy. No panic attacks. You get shit done. You work out like a
Wait,
savage.
you get panic attacks when you drink?
Of course.
You drink all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you do that?
Oh,
You don't know the answer.
why do you eat pussy when the asshole's right there? It's fun. I don't know.
I don't see
I never
the
thought
I don't
of-
see the analogy there, but
I mean, is that just
My
like
analogies don't need
but
to make
it's on
sense.
brand. It's on brand.
was that a deflection?
I gave a great analogy. I've given 2 banger analogies recently. So I was telling you, I can't go into
I
detail.
don't know if that one was a banger, but
I'm hitting.
gonna say,
I'm hitting.
that was the banger.
dingers.
you're getting a little hot on yourself.
I'm a little
for that one.
nervous about what's next.
I said to my friends, I can't even. They're so good. They're life analogies, and we were and I can't go into too detail, but like we had a friend go to rehab, and then they were like, how's it going to be when they, get home? What if his family is upset with him? And I was like, yeah, they don't send you to rehab and then go like, it should be clear rosy when you get home. They're like, they prepare you like, yo, people might have notes. And they're like, well, how do they handle those? And I said, this is a great analogy. I said, listen, everyone screams and you pull the Band-Aid off. You got to pull the Band-Aid off. But if you keep screaming the next day, you're like, I had a Band-Aid on yesterday. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
And everyone's like, someone goes, did you read
I like that one better than the last one.
Okay, here's the other one. So my friend gets cheated on, is single, got kids with this person, single, and now they're getting back together. And they're like, I don't know what I should do. I go, well, look, you already know you can do it without him. I said, look, I don't mind open water swimming because I know I can float in the water. So you just know you can float. Just no one wants to float. You want to swim. But no, hey, I can also fucking float. So I don't need him. I can be by myself. Whatever. 2 banger analogies. I'm really proud of myself.
What was the pussy in the asshole
I thought
again?
Why do you eat the pussy when the
Yeah.
asshole's right there? I mean, it could smell, but you're like, fuck it. It's fun. I don't know why I said it. Look, we can fill this whole room with analogies today. I can do that.
That's like, no, I think we're
Whether
good.
they're good or not is
Whether they're good
We
or not.
reached our
is-
quota.
The point is, drinking's fun. I talked to Andrew Huberman the other day, and he's trying to convince me not to quit drinking. And I said, no, listen, I'm not saying I have to drink or I don't have to drink. I don't know where I am with any of that ever. When I quit drinking, I feel so great. I go, I doubt I'm going to do this. That's why I take big stretches.
Yeah.
But then one day, the day just seems matte black. It just seems flat. And you're like, God damn it, I wouldn't mind a tad bit of a sparkle in
Yeah,
this.
that's a lie. But you bring so much life to the world,
Yeah.
and I hate saying this. When you drink, and
There's
you can,
more life.
and he
There's more
stays
life.
up late and like brings this place might not have been fun at all, but if Bert's there, it is like the club should just pay him even if he's not doing comedy because everyone's having a good time around Bert. He's a good time guy.
That is the storyline of the machine.
But you are a dad. You're a husband and a father first. Like I can see it. You're all about it all day.
Yeah.
And being hungover makes it harder.
Well, Isla and Georgia have both said, Isla gave me like a really good one. We're at Starbucks and we're fucking around.
It wasn't the ass and the pussy one, was it?
No.
Oh my God, can we move on from that one?
Why do you eat pussy when the asshole's right there?
Yeah. Hey,
That
Dad.
should be a shirt. Do you guys have merch?
Yeah. Oh, hey, Tony, you got to take his advice.
Yeah, how about, can we do that one for charity?
Hawk
Yeah.
versus Wolf?
Yeah, hog versus wolf, and then the back. Why do you eat pussy when the asshole's right
Yep.
there?
Coming soon, everybody.
Hello, Fresh.
HelloFresh makes home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
I'm a fan of meal kits. The peanut gallery is here. So is fall. Banish the end of summer blues with HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com/50HVW. That's 50HVW, and use code 50HVW for 50% off plus free shipping.
You know what I love, Tony?
I have some ideas.
No, but about food.
Oh, HelloFresh?
Yeah, variety.
Oh, yeah, variety.
Yeah, and over 40 chef-crafted recipes to select from every week. HelloFresh always has new and exciting recipes to try and love.
And it's 25% cheaper than takeout and less expensive than grocery shopping, too. Just choose your recipes and receive fresh, pre-portioned ingredients so you can get cooking quick.
That's HelloFresh.com/50HVW. Use code 50HVW. Get 50% off plus free shipping.
We're sitting in Starbucks drive-thru at like 6:30 in the morning. She's got to go to school.
Yeah.
And I'm just fucking with her. We're laughing. And she says, you're really present. And I went, huh? She's like you're just, like, she goes, can I do an impression of you when you're drinking? Like in this moment right here. And I go,
Oh,
please.
wow.
She goes, you're like this.
Oh.
And I went, for real? She goes, yeah, you're not mean or bad or anything, but you can tell like you're trying to, until you get your coffee, you're like this. And then I grabbed her leg. I go, am I really, like as a joke? And she goes, even that, you wouldn't even made that joke. You're still playful. And she goes, I just gave you a critique. And I was like, and she goes, and you're still playing. Like you're really hearing me. And I was
Yeah.
like, motherfucker. And then both the girls, we were at LeeAnn's birthday party and I didn't drink. I say this like, I just didn't. I didn't. I'm losing weight and I'm on keto and I feel really good. I feel good. I'm working out very hard and I didn't want to break my keto, to be dead honest with you, because getting into ketosis is tough. It takes like 2 days of fasting to get into solid ketosis. So I didn't drink. But I said at the beginning of the party, I'm probably not going to drink. So in the middle of the party, Isla and Georgia come up. I'm on the dance floor dancing, and they go, "Fetus, have you been drinking?" And I go, "No." And they're like, "You can tell us the truth." I go, "Well, no. What do you mean?" I go, "No." And they're like, "Wait, you said you weren't going to drink, and you didn't drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, yeah." I go, "Listen, just so we're clear, if I want to drink, I'm going to fucking drink." And they were like, "No, I know, but like," Georgie goes, "I'm really proud of you. You said at the beginning of this party you weren't going to drink, and you didn't drink." And then they're like, "You're so here and like present, Dad." And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't have the heart to tell them I was smoking weed, but I was like, I'm stoned. I'm not smoking enough weed to join a reggae band next week. But they can't tell if you smoke weed, I guess.
Yeah.
But
that's what I do.
Yeah, I love smoking weed.
Yeah. You've changed. That was not the case.
I hated it.
Right, I remember that.
And then
what made that work?
Dan Soder.
Yeah.
I had Dan Soder on my podcast, and he wanted to smoke weed, and I said, "I'm sober," and he goes, "Me too, but I smoke weed." And I went, "Yeah, but I don't smoke weed if I don't drink. Like if I'll do both, but I don't do one or the other.
Right.
I won't do weed without alcohol." And you should try it. And for me, the alcohol was a tap out in case I had a panic attack. So I smoked weed with him on the podcast, and we giggled, and we had a really good podcast. And I got done, and I went home, and I went to sleep, and I woke up, and I worked out. Next morning, I called Rogan, and I said, because he's always said to me, "I wish you would just smoke weed."
Yep.
He was like, "It's so much healthier for you.
It
I
is.
wish you'd eat edibles. It's so much better for you."
Yeah, that's next level healthy because there's no
Yeah.
smoking.
There's no smoke.
You can't deny. If you're smoking, it's not good for your lungs.
It's not, but it tastes good.
It's better.
It tastes better.
I know.
And so then I said, "Yeah, but I'm always nervous about panic attacks." And he goes, "Oh, no.
Oh, here we go.
That's the world telling you to be a better person." I
Yeah.
said, "What?" He goes, "When that panic attack shows up, those are your flaws. Those are your faults. And you need that panic, because then when you wake up the next day, you're like, I'm going to work harder and be a better person."
Man, that is the best answer to get somebody to smoke weed ever.
So I'm at
Metallica.
I'm at Metallica, right? No drinking. I'm with LeeAnn.
Recently, like
the other
they
day.
just played, right?
Yeah. Friday night, I get tickets for all of Isla's friends. Not great seats, but great seats. Great seats. Let me rephrase that. Not like I didn't call in favors. So we got regular seats. Great seats. I only say that because the people that are sitting around me like, "Yo, man, I spent a fucking paycheck on that." Like, I could have pulled in favors and gotten sick tickets, but I got regular good people seats.
Respect.
And, because it was Isla. She's like, I don't want my friends to think we're different. I want to be regular. And I was like, whatever. Got fucking recognized through the ass. It was a pain in the ass. And
I was gonna say, you're in the wild. Like
Yeah.
that seems a little risky.
It was fucking chaos. I spent the majority of the show taking pictures.
Yeah, that's what I imagined.
Yeah. And so
that was the thing we're not speaking about. That was more obvious.
Oh, I had to separate from them and walk away from them because
Right.
And so I bring a vape pen. I get there, I hit the vape pen a couple times, and then I hear, "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me," and I'm like, and then all of a sudden, the world, like when you go on your phone to the wide zoom, I realize I'm in SoFi. This is fucking huge. And I'm one soul in a group of souls that all are as important as I am, but I can't quantify their importance. I started
Pot is so awesome.
right? And I'm just sitting there going like, I think I'm, and here's what really kicked me in the dick, right? I go, I think I'm special. I do think I'm special, but I go, everyone feels that exact same way. And then my brain says, and this is what's beautiful about weed, I start having a panic attack. And I go, I'll never be as good as Metallica. I'll never be able, there's four fucking dudes that are still friends, and they're making all this sound with four things in their hands.
Yeah.
I'll never be this great. And then marijuana says to me, buddy, to some people, you're better.
Yeah.
And I went, huh? I'm having a full fucking out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
And I'm texting Rogan, marijuana is fucking amazing. And,
Oh
and
my.
I'm just like, and I'm like, and marijuana tells me, to some people, and then I go, and I was like, huh? And my brain's ahead of me. He goes, Lana Del Rey. Like, I'm not a fan of hers, right? But to some people, Lana Del Rey is better than Metallica. And he goes, to a few people, you're better than that. So follow those people, follow that conversation. And I'm like, and I was having a full-blown panic attack, but I talked myself out of it. And then I started going, you're 50, you're healthy, you're in love with your wife, you're doing, I went during the songs I didn't know, I went and got gift bags for all the girls. I got little tote bags, I got 3 shirts and a sweatshirt.
You went to the merch stand?
Yeah, I went to the merch stand by myself.
You are really in the thick of it.
Yeah, and I fucking got merch bags.
Imagine you're walking by Bert Kreischer at the merch stand. Yeah, give me one of those. Yeah, no, one of those large.
Give me 5 of those.
Well, the girl that was waiting on me didn't know who I was. Everyone in the merch stand, everyone that works at the merch stand knew me. They were like, dude, I took pictures of everyone. The girl waiting on me did not know who I was. I was like, who the fuck are you? I go, I'm just a comedian. And so I bought 5 merch bags and filled them up, 3 shirts each and a hoodie. All the same shirts, different sizes.
It was like $5,000.
It was pretty expensive. It was pretty fucking expensive. And then I brought them back and I gave them to the girls. And one girl's, I'm probably on the spectrum. And she was like, Mr. Kreischer, I can't afford this. And I was like, honey, it's a gift. And she was like, no, I can't accept it. I can't accept it because I couldn't afford it. And I was like, listen, you didn't offer to pay for the fucking tickets. So don't offer to pay for the fucking shirt. Like,
seriously. Yeah,
I was like, just take it. And then in the car, she got emotional. She's like, this is the best night of my life. Like, I have so much. And I'm in the car high as fuck still. And I'm like, keep driving, LeeAnn. But yeah, so I've been smoking a little weed. If that's my story.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story.
Hey, you're really selling it.
I mean, and then like, I'm in a place where you put like, probably with like, I'm trying to think what the equivalent with Tony would be. Jason, like you get workout stuff, like workout supplement stuff that like kind of is like on the cutting edge. Like exogenous ketones, you probably know about where most people don't know about it. Like you know about that stuff. And like with drugs, I get a lot of really good stuff because everyone's like, you'll love this.
Yeah.
So man, I've gotten some insane fucking weed. I got 15 pounds of Joey's weed.
Wait, you've got 15 pounds?
15 pounds.
Where do you store it?
I'm trying to get through it.
Do you want to?
You want some?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's some of the stuff. First of all, it's a bunch of flour. It's pre-rolls that are a gram pre-rolls.
Yeah.
And then I have a crate of hash dipped joints that are like dog walkers.
Yeah.
I have.
Look at this guy.
Then he sent me. Then Joey sends me. Chocolate. You know, like remember the chocolate bars you get in the thing where they crack it open and then it's filled with chocolate bars. Yeah. 7 of them filled with mushrooms. And I'm like, Joey.
Yes.
Like this is. I have so much. And then I got this stuff. I'll just say it. It's the elixir. It's called White Thorn Rose. It is so hard to find.
Wait, what is it? Alcohol?
It's the perfect weed.
What?
It is the perfect.
You don't know.
Perfect.
You're live.
Oh,
you just got here. You can't tell us what the. You're talking about how you just had this
You're talking to a veteran over here.
I think it's in my
I
trunk.
had my big trippy like.
Yeah. Get it. I think it's in my trunk. It's in my trunk. There's a
what?
There's a handheld thing that says the machine. Make sure to lock the trunk.
Wait, somebody gave you a bag that says the machine on it with that weed in
You're
it?
traveling with contraband?
I always travel with contraband.
Yeah, me too.
I
did get. By the way, side note, I got one of your promotional boxes.
Oh,
for
real?
the machine. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's my wife.
With
Thank
the-
you. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad.
With the mixers in it.
Yeah.
I didn't get one, and I saved her life. What's up with that?
When did you save her life?
Yeah, after. So that's why.
What, after the mission?
Well, you don't remember the other day when we were on the electric bikes and
Oh my God, yes.
and I saved her life? It's on video.
I heard about it.
Just
Let's
standing
hear
there on
about
the
it now.
bike. Next thing you know, your wife's doing a wheelie at me out onto the street.
That's the thing that's frustrating with my wife is that like she refuses to listen. She's so stubborn. And I told her, I said, hey, be careful for a whiskey throttle. She goes,
He did.
I know. I go, no.
He
hang on,
said,
yeah.
feather the
Yeah,
throttle,
sure. Right.
and like 5 seconds later, she was in a wheelie heading for the
And
road.
she could have died.
A truck went by.
A truck went by. And I sat there and I went, I kind of wanted her to get hit by the truck. Not full on, but just like blow out her knee so that I could have then said, feather the fuck. I could look at her in traction like this and I go, feather. Remember feather?
Yeah.
So tell me if this weed doesn't smell fucking
Oh my God.
insane, okay?
feel like we're doing a- I feel like we're
White
doing a-
Thorn Rose. It is
We're doing a read
so hard
for his
to get.
weed
And
right
it's,
now.
and
Your
it's not the
weed?
strongest weed in the world. And it's not the
Give me it.
strongest, but it's the perfect high.
It smells like weed.
It smells like bullshit. It's tart. Hang on. This
it's
smells
not.
like stop your brain. This smells like weed.
Okay.
This smells like weed. Tony, smell the two differences.
There's
And
no
from-
way. I have
Tony,
no
What do you have,
context.
COVID? Come on.
No,
I'm
he's a
not
big weed
even-
connoisseur.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
smell
even-
that. That smells like weed, right?
Yes.
Smell this. This smells like
Yep.
sweet tarts and weed. This has like a little bit of a tart smell to it.
Yeah, this is dirt weed.
No, that's fucking
It's not that good.
bullshit.
You're such a lightweight.
You have
You
no,
just
my
got
God.
here, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking give you my moon rocks.
What is this? It's
I've got
30,
this
it's
This one feels like
32,
you put like a
32.
room spray in it.
Right? It's got like a tart smell to it.
It's 32.
I'm not
It's
wildly
platinum
impressed.
diamond.
32%.
It's yeah. What do you?
Dude, I'm running in the 40s and 50s. Get out of here.
40s
Man.
and 50s. Jason, we're chasing dragons there.
Like he said, he's been here a while.
Yeah. So wait, what are you can't do alcohol. You don't like alcohol. Or
No.
you like it, but it doesn't fuck with me.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No bumps or anything like that. But every now and then I do mushrooms. I got the chocolates like you do. So sometimes, but I don't do I don't go to another world.
No, I don't like
I'm
that.
always ready for a phone call to help somebody. That's how far I take drugs.
That actually is the conversation we've had with my wife and I've had where we're like, "Do you guys party?" I'm like, "No, we're always like a phone call away from a kid emergency."
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, because our kids are mostly grown. We have 6 total, but 5 are on their own.
Yeah.
And it's always just kind of like someone might need something.
Yeah, but
That's
you've got
urgent.
You've got the life I wish I had access to, which is you exert yourself physically every day and you have fun. You get out in the sun, you do shit, and you're sweating for fun. Like, so you don't get tired, like workout tired in the gym is like a different tired. You're like, I guess I'm done. But like when you're enjoying your activity, like surfing or skateboarding, then you get really tired and you're like, you get done your day and you're like, I could go to sleep right now. Like, I wish I had that.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're looking at it more deeply, it's a little more obsessive. And it's like yesterday, I was just on a mission to do this trick, and I was so far beyond exhausted that it was no longer fun. It wasn't even that I was even motivated. It was just like, I have to get this done
Angry Tony.
to
fun.
go on with my life. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I was.
Yeah.
Like, I have to get this done just to be in a peace of mind,
Yeah.
or to be in a center.
Wow,
And
interesting.
that's a different-
Is it like an OCD thing a little bit?
I don't.
It's just an addiction.
Yeah,
he loves it
for
more
sure.
than anything. That's
But
what
it is. But it becomes problematic because it will ruin my state of mind for the day if it didn't come through. I mean, I've learned to deal with that, and I've learned to, you know what I mean, to
Yeah.
temper it a bit and move on. But when you're saying that, like, yeah, it was awesome. I was super sweaty and I finally got it done. But there wasn't even, it took me so long and so much energy that it wasn't even like there was joy in it.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, I checked that off.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, if you do a trick, it takes that long to do it. Sometimes you're like, okay, did
There's
you
no
get
celebration.
that? Yeah, you're pissed because you're like, that was the most frustrating thing I've ever dealt
It was
with.
more of a relief to the dudes that were filming me.
Right.
Oh, really?
Like, oh, yeah. Like, it's sort of, we're done finally.
Yeah. I can totally relate when I tried to learn how to ollie.
Well, at least you're not going to tell us that you're an amazing skateboarder.
did
I
you
appreciate
learn
it.
how to
I've
ollie?
never learned how to ollie.
Oh, okay.
I've tried everything. I tried the carpet. I tried the grass. I got the little thing that didn't let your wheels roll. I've tried everything. Fucking
You actually
sorry.
bought those?
oh yeah.
Wait, you did not.
That's my favorite visual.
No, you did
You
not.
got the blocks for your
The
wheels
blocks
To
for your
hold the
wheels.
on the
board still?
carpet.
Yeah.
Dude, stop.
I swear to God. I want.
Oh my God. Can we get a picture of that, please?
Yeah, I have them on my skateboard at the beach. Every now and then I'll pull it out and just go like, come on.
Wait, you
How
pull
come
out
I-
the blocks?
No, he'll
It's
pull out
on-
the
I
board.
have-
They're
first of all,
on.
I have-
he
I have-
does not have the wheels. Like, the wheels are locked in.
It won't roll.
No, it won't roll.
It's just your ollie board.
It's my ollie
Yeah.
board.
And with the ollie board accessory,
have
you still
another-
have not managed to do an ollie?
Shout out to Welcome.
You shouldn't shout out anybody.
Welcome
It's
makes
failing
great
you.
ollie boards.
No, they don't. You can't ollie.
Well, I can probably
No,
take
but
the-
isn't that third party?
No. But it's a welcome board. It's got an owl on it, and I
Sure,
put
but
the red. I put the red blocks on it so I can learn how to ollie. By the way,
Great.
you're gonna really make fun of me. I had to buy a new board to do that with because they didn't fit on my other wheels. So I had to buy a new welcome board. And so the other one has a
God,
basketball
dude.
on it, and this one has a owl on it. And but
You know,
they're-
you could buy the components, right? You could buy. Other
You're like the
wheels.
coolest,
You
not
could've
cool
brought-
dude I've ever known.
I got to.
Why
my
didn't you
wits'
bring it
end.
here? We would have taught you how to ollie.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't.
I would have beat you up
We
in the parking lot if you had
absolutely
brought that
No, you
here.
can't because it's got to be something. Ollieing is like.
Don't tell him what ollieing's
Ollieing
like.
is like. Well, no. Let me explain.
We
Ollieing
got.
to you.
Didn't we get?
Ollieing is like eating pussy.
We got. Oh my god.
Until you know how to do it, you don't know what you're doing. Like when you first ate pussy, you were
Okay,
just down there
okay.
like, and then one day you and your wife are like, you're like, oh, I figured her out. Like I know how to ride her feelings and her noises, and now we're connecting. And then you go, now I'm ollieing.
You
That's
get it,
not
right?
a good analogy because
Nah.
then you're speaking of just like one skateboard that you're trying to figure out
Okay.
and please, I guess. So
Wait.
I'm not buying that analogy.
Okay, so
but
like,
I'm
but
saying,
ollieing is like,
but you can't. Okay,
You don't know.
from your perspective.
no, yeah, but no,
if
but,
you're not good at something, you could take guidance. You could have suggestions.
no, but isn't
right?
ollieing like a feeling? Like you've got to feel
No,
it.
it's a
You've gotta
timing
feel it.
issue.
What do you mean you've got a feeling?
You've
what are you
gotta
selling
feel it.
shampoo or something?
You've got to
It's a-
feel
It's
it.
an ollie.
Like I know,
Yeah,
but
you're not. You don't have to use the force to
Yeah.
ollie. There
There's
are
no
mechanics
zone to get
it.
into.
There are mechanics.
I bought
There's
Bucky's
timing.
video. I couldn't figure it out.
Who?
Wait, Bucky's got a video on
Bucky's
how
got
to
a
ollie?
video. It's got a whole street trick video that I bought, and I couldn't figure it out. I can't rail slide. I can't do anything.
but also you're not
Kook
getting
of the
you're not getting
day.
real time feedback. You're not getting real time feedback when you're doing it. To have someone like us to be like, okay, try do this. Shift
We could
this.
get you to
Ollie
ollie in half an hour.
for
No,
sure.
you could not.
What-
We
I'll
got
bet-
Bobby
I'll
Lee
bet
to
I don't
ollie.
even-
You did not get Bobby Lee to ollie.
Yeah,
now
we-
you're taking.
we
me
did.
absolutely did.
We did.
We did
I
in
need
like
to see
20
video. I need to
minutes.
see-
In 20 minutes.
I need to see a video of Bobby Lee ollieing.
We have video of it.
We got receipts.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Unlike your wakeboarding career.
You want to see the receipts, bitch? It's
Wanna
under
see
B
the-
for Bobby.
All right, I swear to God, I am going to schedule a private lesson with you guys. I want to learn. I want to
All
learn how
day.
to ollie. Like I'm like super bummed
We'll
that
do a whole
Do it
video
right
just of
now
that.
in the parking lot.
I don't have shoes.
You don't need shoes with our
Oh,
skills.
how convenient.
Hold on, I'm the one that wants to learn how to
Open
ollie.
toe soles.
What size am I? Like 13.
Oh,
He's lying.
guess what?
She's got. Yeah, Mermaid's got you.
13 right there.
If you can't ollie in Tony Hawk's shoes, you suck so bad.
It's like having sex in John Holmes condom.
Like, why do
I just don't
It's like
fit in
he
it.
won't stop doing
he's
sex
just
with you. I
one
love it.
track. That's
Yeah.
it.
We're always talking about sex here, bud.
Do you remember life
So apparently
before
he's
ollies?
the expert at weed. You're the expert at sex.
Do you remember
Or talk.
life before ollies?
Yes. Yeah.
Who was
Yeah.
the first person to ollie?
Alan
Alan
Gelfand?
Gelfand.
Wait,
Alan Gelfand.
Alan Gelfand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
frontside ollie
Yeah. And then Rodney Mullen figured out how to do it on the
ground. Yeah,
Oh, he did an ollie up in.
on a
Yeah.
on a half pipe.
On
he
a-
did a frontside ollie.
Yeah, in a pool.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And it was the inside wheel pressure ollie. He didn't hit his tail. So it was before ollies were. Rodney Mullen was the first.
I mean, he
person
barely
to-
had a tail to work with. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was this thing because I learned it, and that's why he was introduced to me. So because he was before my time.
Yeah.
But I could do that trick really well, and people would be like, "Man, do you know like Alan, the guy that invented frontside ollies?" And I'm like, "No." And then I did some research and saw the photo and was like, "Oh, dude, we're talking about no-handed aerial when it was." Everybody in skateboarding was like, "Wait, what?
No-handed
How do you make that?"
Yeah, that was the original name. No-handed aerial. What?
Shouldn't be size 13.
Those are not good for skating.
All right for him.
They're good for dancing. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time. I've spent a lot of time practicing ollies.
No.
But they're a little dangerous. Like listen. If I fall we're roughly the same age, right? How old are you? 50?
55.
Okay, you're a lot older.
Close enough. I knew that was coming.
You're more my wife's age. Now, if
This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Hell yeah.
Remember the days when you were always ready to go?
I'm always ready to go. I got blue chews on me right now. I will go.
This is true. Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up. BlueChew.com, promo code HawkWolf.
Blue Chew. Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost.
You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises.
It doesn't take long. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers. Once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days, man.
The best part, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. You could be missing out on the best sex of your life.
Oh, you are. It will help give you confidence where it counts. In your rubbed deer dick. Sorry.
Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at bluechew.com. Chew it and do it.
And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free, everybody, when you use the code HawkWolf at checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping and you'll be throbbing.
Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. How did your wife feel about you casting a wife and daughters?
Oh, I kissed her.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Yeah.
How's that?
Did you,
It's cool, right?
Did you write that in?
Because
after
you're
the
allowed
fact?
to.
I know.
It's your
Look,
job,
you're not
man.
allowed to say this. Like, I know that actors are like losing their shit right now, but you're not allowed to say this. But you're cheating. Like, you're hooking
you're
up.
not.
Oh, yeah, you are. I don't give a fuck what you say. You tell your dick that.
I kissed a girl in a TV show, and she was really pretty.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, she's like, "Okay, so we should make out or something." And I was like, "Oh, ooh."
To practice?
No, like she like added that to the scene, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
dang.
how did it get written in for you?
Yeah, did you write tongue action?
I don't read action in the scripts. I just read the dialogue. So like, I didn't read any of the action because I was like, yeah, I get it. We'll figure it out when we get there. And then we get there to shoot, and LeeAnn's like, LeeAnn was in Serbia with me. She goes, "You have a kissing scene today," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah." I go, "With who?" She goes, "Who do you think? Your fucking wife?" And I went, "With Stephanie?" And she was like, "Yeah." She goes, "You have 2 kissing scenes." I go, "Hold on. Who's the other one with?" She goes, "With Irina, the villain." And I went, wait. There's kissing scenes in here? And she was like, "Yeah, you didn't know that?" And I was like, "No, I don't read the fucking action. Like, I just read the dialogue." And she was like, "Oh, honey, yeah, you got to kiss her." So we get there. I'm super nervous. And
Is LeeAnn okay with this?
LeeAnn doesn't give a fuck. So LeeAnn's like, "It's acting." And I was like, okay. So at the beginning, I'm like, "It's just acting." So I tell Stephanie, I'm like super uncomfortable. I go, "Listen, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything." And she's like, "It's fine. It's the end of the movie." So they go, "You need to knock her off her feet. So really kiss her." So I go up and I give her like a,
And they go,
and then
nah.
she says, and then she tells me, "You got
to go for it.
She goes, "Go for it." Like
That would have
fucking-
made it easier though.
Yeah. And so I was like, "Huh?" She goes, "Just fucking try to knock me off my feet." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm like sitting there. I'm get out of the taxi, whatever. Not spoiler alert, but I get out of a car, and
Spoiler alert.
yeah. And I go, I don't die in this movie. So I go up and I give her a kiss, and she kisses me back.
Yeah.
And we get done, and I'm like, oh, we do the scene, and then I'm like, I pull the director aside. I go, "I need to do a wardrobe change." He's like, "What?" I go,
Wait,
"I didn't."
No, you didn't, dude. Come
Oh,
on.
100%. I
Wait,
was like, I'm in sweatpants.
Wait.
I can't fucking make out with a chick. My dick's gonna get hard.
You chubbed
and
up.
He was like, "What?" I go, "Look, man, like I just fucking made out with a chick. I haven't made out with another chick in 20 fucking years.
Right.
Like this is crazy. And I go, "I got to put on like underwear and a belt. I got to put everything on." And he was like, "For real?" And I go, "Look, man, we can pretend here, or I can make it uncomfortable for fucking everybody."
Right.
I go, "If I keep making out with her, my dick will get hard." And he was like, "Time out." He's like, "Bert's got a costume change." And I'm like, whoa, don't change his wardrobe. And he's like, "It's not the parts you'll see." So then I put on underwear. I told Stephanie about it. Stephanie started laughing. And then we made out like 15 times.
So you were chubbed.
Oh, by the end, I was like, okay, this
Past
is normal.
chub.
Yeah, it was normal. Then that night we get in bed and LeeAnn's like, "Hey, you want to take a spin at Old Faithful?" And I was like, "Beat it,
Old
scissor lips."
Faithful.
I was like, "Fucking, I'm back to the fucking new one." I went to get your
Oh
old
my
car when you had a rental
God.
that you could trash. It's funny. I've talked to LeeAnn and
Not where
Stephanie
I thought
about
that was
this.
gone.
Right?
I talked to LeeAnn and Stephanie about this on Something's Burning. So I had Stephanie on the podcast, and we talked openly about it because I'm also not the guy. Like I'm a super sensitive person, so I will tell you everything you need to know about me, so that you aren't uncomfortable. Even if it makes you a little uncomfortable, I'm gonna put everything on the table.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
so I told Stephanie everything, and because we got drunk that night, and I was like, I haven't got kissed a girl since LeeAnn. LeeAnn was with us, and they're like. She was like, yeah, I've kissed a few people in movies, but yeah, and we talked open. It was fun. It was a great conversation.
Did you chub up again?
No,
Did you have an intimacy coordinator?
no, it was Serbia.
Wow.
Oh, you were shooting all that in Serbia?
Oh yeah, you could do.
What about making out with the villain? Was that good? She
She
was hot.
No, I mean, and I mean that like it was in a scene where it was she kissed me, and I was supposed to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, okay.
And so I really was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
So I was like, this the whole time.
Right.
And then we didn't use it in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
still.
I like that. There are a few scenes, but what's up, Train Spotting? That one got me.
That was the I fucked that scene up. That's the funniest scene in the entire movie, and I fucked it up.
Why?
I couldn't stop laughing. So when he goes, he did a take when he, and I go, wait, is that my charger? And he goes, and his English wasn't great, and he went, yeah, and I couldn't stop laughing. And they have B-roll of me. I'm crying laughing. And then they go, all right, we'll just get it over Bert's shoulder so we don't see Bert, but get him to say the line.
You couldn't stop.
And my head's trembling. I couldn't stop. And he goes, yeah. That, and the other one, like, I'm not going to get too into it. But yeah, it was, when you got those people to speak English, it made us laugh so hard. I taught Irina, the villain, I taught her D's nuts.
Yes.
And she was like, what? And I was like, it's a joke in America. Like, you're like, have you seen D's? She's like, D's who? And I go, D's nuts. And she just like straight faced. I go, it's funny in
We
America.
have a friend in France that we introduced that to.
Yeah.
Took him a little while, and then he really got it. And then he tried to.
Finally,
run
she got
all the
it. So
time.
then she shows up to work one day, and we're all sitting in the tent, and Mark walks in. She goes, Mark, watch out for D's. And he's like, huh? She goes, D's nuts. And Mark's like, what's that? She goes, I told you, it's not fucking funny.
It's all in the delivery.
I love that Mark Hamill would go over his head.
Oh,
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah,
He's
which
pretty
is
old.
perfect.
These nuts is.
there was.
It's not that he's old. He's just
my
like,
daughter's
he's just wholesome.
he did not get D's nuts or ligama.
What about dragon?
Wait, what?
Ligama, you know ligama?
Uh-uh.
Ligama balls.
Oh.
I was like, I don't know what it is, but I know it's lick something when you're just falling into it.
Man.
My daughters are really into D's nuts right now. LeeAnn, we're in Alabama, and
Wow.
LeeAnn's
You want to
great.
rephrase that?
Yeah.
My daughters are both into D's nuts.
Right.
And
That's a
so-
great
I guess you
promo
don't
for the
wanna
show,
rephrase
you
Yeah.
guys.
So
I can't wait to post that on
LeeAnn's
Instagram.
98-year-old aunt comes over. And LeeAnn, and someone at the table goes, What's Ima? What's your last name? And Georgia goes, I'm gonna bury these nuts in your mouth.
Oh my god!
But it's like,
Oh, she's got
Yeah.
a gift.
yeah.
Are any of your kids trying to be stand-up comedians?
No.
No
Not
interest
even.
at all?
They don't even want to be around me. Like they don't
They
like
don't. That's not true.
No,
dude.
they don't want I don't know if your kids are like this, but like they don't want to be associated with like known as my child. They want to be themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like it's been somewhat problematic for like Parents Weekend is tough because they're like, I just want to be me and I love you and I want you to be here, but when you're here, it's a thing.
One of my kids does not want me. He's a musician. He does not want me promoting.
Well, it's
his
better
music
that
at
way.
all.
It's better
It is.
that way.
I totally and I respect it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's hard as a parent to not be excited and putting it out there. You know what I mean? Just as a parent, like
Yeah.
to your immediate family and friends and stuff, which obviously I still do that. But you're so proud.
Oh,
And it's like I have to it takes everything I I have to hold back and be like,
Is he okay with
he's
you?
got to do single, he's got to do an EP.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Is he
so
okay
sick.
with you posting his skate stuff, like when he has a new video part or something? Or is he a bit like, dude?
It's a different kid.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man, you got more than one kid that's in a band?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't talk about the other one, I guess. That's how little he talks about it. No, I
No,
you know
I
what,
mean, he's talking about my oldest son is a pro skater, and he's happy that I would want to promote his stuff.
Okay,
of course.
all right.
what bums me out, because I love like college gear, is I can't wear any of her college gear.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like I can't wear sweatshirts. I can't.
That's a different-
I watch
that-
the
but-
games and I root for the team.
But that's a
and-
different element just because that's more of a safety issue, too.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
privacy issue.
And so we went to drop orientation. I went to the bookstore and I fucking bought everything. Like bought, dad ... of the, and I bought it all. And I was fucking put it on and I did an Instagram post and she texted me immediately. She was like, burn all of it. And I was like, what? She was like, do not rock my school. So what the cool thing is now is I rock all the other schools I really dig, and everyone thinks she goes to school there. Everyone thinks she goes to school at Yale. I told everyone she went to Yale, and which is kind of nice. They're like, wow, she's smart as fuck. I was like, yeah. I wanted her to go to Boulder. That's where I wanted her to go. And now that Dion's there, I would be like, I'd be at every fucking game. God.
That's where my kid is.
Your kid goes to Boulder?
One
For
of them.
real?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's the shit. God, how old?
How old is he?
Yeah.
22?
Fuck. Me and you could be taking private jets to Boulder, watching fucking football games, hanging out with Deion Sanders. I could ride your coattails. God,
You
you
like
could get
football
us.
games, Tony?
Not particularly, but I like that it brings everyone together. And that
Oh,
it's,
cool. Yeah, so does church. What are we doing here?
What's that? No, I mean I went and visited him. That's when Danny went. I went and
Okay.
visited him for one of the game weekends, and just the excitement was palpable
Oh,
all around it.
And especially that weather.
I didn't need to go to the game itself to feel it in the area.
Oh, wow. It's fun. You never really got like a college game day experience, did you?
No.
It's a lot like...
It's too late now, right?
No. It's
Like,
a
you
lot
go
like
watch
when you
it?
guys go watch cricket or
You
something.
do have
Why do you got to go, you guys?
You guys.
I live
you
here.
You people.
I know I sound funny, but I've been living here since I was 17.
So I don't think it's different than the X Games. By the way, I got to give you a shout out to the X Games. It was fucking badass.
Hey, thank you for
it was
coming.
Yeah, thanks.
badass.
Thank you for
Dude,
being there.
thanks for hitting me up and then saying, hey, I want to go. And then I tell X Games that Bert wants to come.
Oh,
and
and
now
they took
somehow
over.
Jason Ellis is somewhat responsible for Bert Kreischer being at the X Games. So thank you, dude.
Oh, dude, thank you guys for having me. That was, it's really cool.
I love how much of a fan you are, dude. Like when you got
Yeah.
there, I was like, you are super excited to watch this stuff. That's all we ask. Like, don't fake it.
Yeah,
If you don't
I
like
love
it, don't come. But you were like, dude, look at that, look at that. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, man.
I got
That's all
really
you
into,
do.
I got really into it. I'm trying to surround myself. I'm going through this thing, and I might have said this too much. But I'm trying to surround myself by greatness. Like just be
Yeah.
around some great things.
Yes.
And even there was a kid. I wish I could give a kid a shout out who was doing the vert ramp with you. I was standing in behind his parents. I think he
Guy.
might. What?
It's
Guy Curry.
Guy Curry.
He's like he didn't.
It's, the guy does 900s real easy.
Is whatever he did. He didn't land his trick, but he was charging it from like up on the top of the top of the ramp and rolling in. And he was, and his parents were there, and I was like, and I was
Might
just
have been
watching.
Augusto.
Blonde hair.
Who else?
He was younger.
Yeah, so it's Guy.
It must be.
Yeah, Guy was starting from the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Oh yeah, because he was trying kick-up nines.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude.
just to see. Honest, this sounds crazy, but to see him not land it and his frustration getting up, it was relatable
Yeah.
and in a weird way inspiring. And I was rooting for him, but that energy, that connective energy I had with him. I went to a jazz festival and I watched jazz get like really great jazz musicians, and I'm trying to surround myself by new experiences. They say it keeps your brain young. New experiences that are different than what
your
I
brain's
normally
young.
do. My brain's like
I feel like I've been talking to
infantile.
a 12-year-old for this last hour. You guys know what ollies is?
But hey, I do want to say it was an honor for me that you came just for the Best Trick event.
Oh yeah.
Because that was one I was in. So
Well, I
was
said so.
appreciative.
So you know how it happened, right?
No.
LeeAnn, I said I'd seen Nirvana. It was me and LeeAnn talking. I think I was drinking then, and we were at the Shores over in Oxnard, and I had said, I've seen Nirvana, I've seen Michael Jordan play, and then someone's like, Tony Hawk's doing his trick tomorrow, and I was like, that's like, how do you not go witness greatness? Like, how do you
Wow.
how do you not have an opportunity to see the best that's ever done it do it in his field? And LeeAnn's like, oh, we gotta go. And she changed all our fucking plans around and was like, we're fucking going. And I was like, yeah, like, let's dress young though. Like, let's not dress in one of your fucking Target outfits. It's like,
Oh my God.
no, but she was hysterical watching you guys. I don't know if you saw the videos.
I saw. They kept cutting to you, and you were saying very complimentary things about me. So I appreciated it very much.
You guys would do a trip, and as soon as you guys would hit the lips, you go, "Oh no!" And I'm like, "Don't do that! You're yelling in the middle of everything." But and then fucking Lil Wayne was there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
was
he's a big
crazy.
skate fan.
Yeah, he is. He's like legit.
He came on the show.
Really?
Yeah, he came on this show and came on time, and apparently he's known for not doing that.
Yeah.
And when he sat down, I could tell immediately he was looking at me like with a lot of respect. And I'm like, you don't know me, but you know I'm a pro skateboarder who's friends with him, so I must be a heavy hitter, or I must have been. And because you must have been a heavy hitter in skateboarding, I have the utmost respect for you. And I was like, it's because of him.
Yeah.
But it's still, I could tell he loves skateboarding so much that he's like, I don't know who this tattoo dude is, but whatever he has to say, I'm going to respect it because he must be a skateboarder, and I love skateboarders.
I'm supposed to teach him kickflips
He's still going
in the
to,
near future,
yeah.
like
Oh.
legitimately.
Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you going to like his park?
I don't know. We're supposed to. Our schedules
up.
have not aligned, but I feel like when it happens, it's probably going to happen somewhere between midnight and 4 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are
Wait,
his
are you gonna
hours.
you gotta line it up with one of his tours when he's on stage? I would love
No,
that.
I mean, no, like while he's in town, while he's here. In
Oh,
town.
he's here?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He
That
has
guy's-
skate parks where he lives. Like he has
yeah.
skate parks built on
Yeah.
tour. He's cuts out time on tour. We're skating every day. He brings the skateboard team with him, so he has
Really?
people to skate with. Yeah.
You got to come down to the ramp.
Okay.
You should come down to my ramp for
Yeah.
real, because I know I appreciate you went to X Games, but that was best trick, and it was just us trying one trick
Yeah.
for 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get on the deck.
You'd get a much richer experience if you came down, and
Really?
we could teach you how to
Yeah.
ollie.
Oh yeah. I'm in 100%. I love skateboarding. It's weird to do it at like 50 and overweight because you just look like you got a DUI. You like everyone's like looking at you like, okay, that's how you get in your groceries, huh? And you're like, but I love it. But more than anything, I really like skate shops. Like I go into skate shops all over the country, and like whenever we go somewhere, I go into because they sell great shoes. If they do, I mean, they always got cool. Like they always got the Nike SBs, which is like my favorite shoe to wear. It's my favorite shoe. And what do I sound like a fucking kook?
No, but also we had Clyde on
He
top,
likes
giving his perspective.
beaded cheese burritos.
But I love skate shops. I love them.
Yeah.
They're always cool when you go in, and then like sometimes they'll know me, and so then they'll be like, we used to go call places, and I'd just be like, can you send me a board? I go, just set it up like you want it,
Yeah.
and then send it over to this show, and then you'd get some kid would be like, I got a board for a guy, and then they'd be like, shut the fuck up, and I'm like, oh, and they're like, you skateboard, and I was like, well, it's because it's fun in the arenas, because that's like this
Yeah,
kind
that
of
stuff's super smooth.
yeah.
And you'll skate.
Yeah, but not like just fucking
Just cruise around.
Just cruise around and fly
That's what you
around.
should
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
But you should ollie at least once.
I know. I'm gonna.
I know you got to make
I
a
wanna
day
be
of
able
it.
to-
You
Come
don't
down.
live that
Yeah.
far away. I
Come
can
down.
come
We'll
over
do
and
a
teach you.
private vert demo for you.
Yeah.
I'll get the A-listers there,
Please.
so you can see them actually doing routines and not just bailing one trick and finally making it, which was awesome. But it's just a different vibe.
I'll
then
skate,
and then-
and then you'll see that I
Wait,
was
we do a-
once a great athlete.
Can we do a promo with it where we put my clothes on someone else?
Yes.
And then watch that person skate, and then I'll just pretend to be up in the sky. And be
Yeah.
like, check out my new door. Aha.
Yeah,
It might be hard to
I'll
find
wear like a
the
padded-
right body double, but we'll try.
I'm as close as you're gonna get in the game.
Well, I'm pretty jacked right now, so
Yeah, I don't know about. Yeah, I mean you are.
can do it. You can-
You're a big guy, but I'm just saying skateboarding. We're all little, And
You're my size.
I'm saying I'm the biggest guy.
Yeah. Oh, I'll lose my stomach by then. I was
No,
supposed to
you
be to
won't. No,
230.
you won't.
It's supposed to be 230 by tour.
But you'll still have a gut.
A little belly
When does the tour start?
in a couple weeks.
Wait, did you get on a diet because of the baseball pitch photo?
Yeah.
That did it.
Yeah.
Do you see the photo?
I did see that.
It's
Yeah.
His
pretty
gut
bad.
is on fire.
My body.
I only saw it because you were putting it out
Yeah.
there so much.
Well, I put it out there to
Yeah.
hold myself accountable because I saw it and immediately I was ashamed and I didn't want anyone to see it. I saw it before it went viral,
Yeah.
and then it went viral, and no one saw it that mattered to me, like Tom and Joe.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
none
yeah.
of them saw it.
So
And
you
then I was-
showed them.
But it's almost like
So you flipped the script.
it's almost
So
like
you
yeah.
owned
Well,
it.
I was like one day they're gonna find it and they're gonna see how embarrassed I am and
Right.
they're gonna see my real feelings. And so I then I showed it to Tom. He lost his fucking mind. And the week before I showed it to him, it started getting there to them. Like there's a guy, shout out to Mr. Clavicle. He like put a Sportsman of the Year picture with that on with the Sports Illustrated, and I was like, it's gonna find its way to Tom and Joe and everyone. But it was horrific because I didn't know that's what I looked like. Like I knew I had a belly, I knew I was a big guy, I knew I looked bloated, but I didn't realize that it wasn't tighter than it was, that my belly was in the picture, my belly's catching up to my body. My body throws the pitch, my belly's literally like sitting on the couch going, hold on, we're doing something.
Yeah.
And then and so it was horrible. And so I started losing weight. I was at 270 when I weighed in, and I'm in the 240s right now.
I don't understand why you didn't copy Tom when Tom did it.
Lost weight?
Yeah. Like, well, you guys were the same size.
Yeah, but it's a little complicated. I didn't want to do what he did. I just wanted to do my own thing.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But now you're going to do it.
Yeah, like Tom also had a traumatic injury that changed his mindset.
That basketball thing did something.
Oh,
Like, he was like, I got to get in shape because of how.
I will say this. I don't know what Tom's take is on this, but like I will say personally, he's still dealing with the trauma of that fall. When you aren't doing anything out of the ordinary,
Yeah.
other than just trying to make your way to a basket, and your leg explodes, and you adversely drop onto your arm and crack it in half, I think that makes everything feel
It's
unsafe.
like a terrible car accident.
Yeah, and because out of nowhere, and my wife did not make it better because we had a hard time getting him in and out of the car. He was like probably 280 at the time. We had a hard time getting him in and out of cars, so we had to get a fat person belt. So we wrapped a belt around him because he couldn't use his leg or his arm to carry him places, and it took two of us to lift him.
Right.
And then we couldn't.
What do
get
you
him
mean to
up.
carry in places?
He couldn't use his arm. His
You
leg
mean
was
after
like
it got
this.
fixed?
The day of. No, the day of. So he hurt himself that night. They took him to the hospital.
Yeah.
And he did not like where he was. I don't know where he was. I don't want to say where he was. He didn't like where he was.
Oh, so they didn't fix it.
They did not. So he checked himself out, and he
Oh,
called me.
dude.
He called me.
I
He's
know.
like, "I'm in the car. I need you to." He said, "I'm in the car," and I said, "We're already on our way to your house." So we knew that it was bad. We're already on our way to your house. He's like, "Christina's there. Can you help her?" And Christina was like, and I mean this like out of love, but she was in shock. She started making biscuits, like as if that was going to help. And I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I don't know. I
Grasp
just
at
don't know what to do."
normalcy,
Like,
sure.
yeah, she's like just like freaked out.
Yeah.
And so I went to the store, and his producer at the time called me and said, "Hey man, they had a hard time getting him in the car. We're not going to be able to get him out of the car."
How did they even set his bones just loosely near each other? Like how do you release someone from not having surgery and then
I think first of all, Tom's a little bit of a gangster. He knows a little bit of everyone. So the first thing he did when he was in this other place was call the number one fucking whatever that guy does that does it, called the number one guy, orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah.
And that guy said, "Get the fuck out of there, go home, come see me tomorrow. We'll admit you and we'll get it fixed first thing in the morning." So Tom headed home, and they told him, "You're fine to be like this until we get you into surgery." They send him home, and I had to go, but we couldn't get him out, so I had to buy like a belt that, like, you see them sometimes they'll put it on old people so they don't fall.
Yeah.
And so we had a pair of belt. Two of us had to carry him. We got him into his downstairs screening room. We couldn't get him upstairs. And fucking LeeAnn is just so like brutally honest sometimes. She looks at him and she just looks, and Christina walks down with biscuits or muffins covered in Nutella.
Man, that's
And
how
Tom-
he got there.
And Tom's eating them.
Oh, dude.
And LeeAnn goes, honey, you're about to get fat as fuck. And he goes, what? She goes, you're going to balloon up. You can't move. You're eating like that. He's going to get fat, like just real flat. I
Wow.
watch Tom's face. I know Tom's face. Like
Yeah.
I know when people piss him off. I know when he taps out of conversation. I know Tom's eyes. And he went like this. Like, the fuck am I going to do? At that moment, he changed the way he started eating.
Yeah.
At that moment. And as he was recovering, I noticed he was dropping weight. And I'm like, you're looking good. And he wasn't moving. And he just changed the way he ate entirely. I think it fucked with his head. And I thought he was like, I will not get fat as fuck.
Yeah.
I will not.
That is really impressive to go through a recovery like that and not gain weight. I mean, I don't eat a ton, but when I broke my leg, it was the most I've weighed my whole life.
Oh, that's how I gained the majority of the weight I did. Because I was always 230, 240 in between there. And when I fucked my arm up in the movie, I couldn't move. And I had the thing on, and I was in quarantine doing a TV show with Snoop, and I was just fucking eating like crazy. And I was just like, fuck it, 3 meals, let's get them. And I just fucking smash food.
You ever get into boxing or anything? It's more fun of a workout than, like, working out sometimes just seems like a chore. But if I'm hitting pads, I don't even know I'm working out.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier to want to do it again.
I want to do
Like treadmills and stuff. I don't know how you do it. You're one of those. He wakes up with a crazy hangover. Like, I've heard other comics go, I'm vomiting and shitting in the hotel while this guy's downstairs working out. Like, that's the machine. Like, he can do it, which means if you didn't drink, your body has extra
Has the
juice.
possibilities.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I lost 12 pounds the first 4 days I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
And then I feel amazing right now.
Yeah.
And I love getting on the treadmill and just like jogging and watching a TV show or
You
like
watch TV, you don't listen to music.
No. I don't listen to any music. I listen to I can't listen to a podcast. I have to watch. If I walk outside, I can't listen to anything. I don't want to listen to anything. I like thinking. I can write really clear at a good brisk walk.
Yeah.
And so, but like I'll watch. I'm watching Hard Knocks right now. On the New York Jets. It's on HBO Max. I watch that. I'm watching that right now. But I love turning on a TV show. And like Guys Grocery Games, my old school Guys Grocery Games or Triple D. I would put in my old house. I would put that on. I get a box of wine, and I would slowly work my way through a box of wine, watching television. I walk like 12 miles, just
Wait,
watching.
while you're drinking wine?
While I'm drinking wine, it was the
It's a little counterintuitive,
greatest.
but okay.
It's the greatest.
The greatest.
You get 8 o'clock at night,
Do you
right?
feel like you're canceling yourself out though?
Yeah. 8 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock at night. Put the girls down.
At least you acknowledge it.
Get outside. Find a Triple D run, right? And I get on the treadmill. Box of wine fit perfectly on my thing. Cut a little glass. I have a glass, like a nice glass right over here, and I'd put it on a 3.5. I'd start off on a 3.5.
Did you ever break a glass?
Yeah. I mean, I fell off the treadmill at times. Like I would get
box of
fucking
wine's gonna-
wasted.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought a box of wine was 1 bottle. It's 2.5.
My
I was killing. We found that out doing trip flip. I was with my producer Paul, and he's like, and I go, man, I'm really proud. Me and you are sharing a box of wine and then having a bottle when we get back to the hotel. I go, that's like barely having a bottle for both of us. And we're like, yeah. And then someone in the front seat goes, check the size of those. Those are 2.5 bottles. And we're like, huh? And we're each drinking a bottle and a half by ourselves.
Wow.
Yeah. But box of wine, Guys Grocery Games. And what I do is I would like, if I was watching Monday Night Football, I'd run when they ran. Or if I watched Dunkirk one time and I ran when they ran. Like I would get.
It was like the strangest drinking games.
Right.
Solo drinking games.
Yeah, I like to gamify things. I like to eventize things and gamify things. You turn something into a game. Oh, like even like working out. I'll play games in my head. Like the first set, I go. Like today, I had to do 2-minute row. This is for time. So I had to do 2-minute row, deadlift, clean, whatever this thing is, kettlebell swing, and then a goblet squat. And then I had to do reverse sit-ups with a band to like for lat pullovers, right? So it was 3. So the first set, I say it to myself. I actually hear myself say it. I go, everyone's got to do a first set. That's how these work. If you don't do the first set, you can't get halfway done. We all do first sets. So that's what I say during the whole first set. The second set, I go, hey, buddy, we're halfway done. We're halfway done. You got one more set after this.
Good coach.
Once you get to the third set, it's smooth.
Yeah.
Then I get on the rower and I go, push it hard, big guy. This is our last set. We don't get another last set. No one gets a last set. I'm my own coach in my fucking head.
Cool.
I do it with, I'll play things in my head. And I do that with working out when I'm hungover, is I go, be the guy you say you are. You want to be the guy that works out in the morning? Be that guy. Then you can't be that guy if you can't say you're that guy if you're not that guy.
Yeah.
They got to see you in the gym. When they walk by the gym, they need to see you in the gym. Pull out the rower, get the kettlebells out next to the tour bus, go after it in the fucking sun, put on a sauna suit, fucking sweat it out, burn it, make yourself regret last night. And then you do, and the feeling you get when you've pushed it and you didn't have a stroke. And you're like sitting by the bus and you're sitting in the chair and you're having like a fucking LMNT with
But do you feel more validated when you do that and you haven't partied the night before?
Ooh, tough one.
Oh
no.
Or
I'll tell you
as
right now,
validated?
it's tough for me to say. You know, if we're gonna put this in an analogy,
Oh my God.
right now, I'm just in love, right? Like I'm in love.
Yeah.
It's hard to quantify how much you're in love when you're just in it, right? You're in it. You got a great marriage. You got great kids. When I'm drinking and I work out, I'm in love, but we had a bad fight last night and we're making up. That energy of makeup is like the feeling you get when you push it and you were out last night and you push it and you've earned it and you go, all right, here we go. The problem is while I'm in love, like in this place, I'm so much more in control of what goes into my mouth food-wise. When we're in that breakup, sex, fucking work out hard, man, I fuck up food. I fuck up food in like an epic way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, who doesn't get pancakes?
That might have been your best analogy.
Thank you.
Yeah. For this show.
Just
so thank
My
you for that.
analogies are like
Terrible.
the Iraq War.
No, that is exactly right. Your analogies are like a war. They don't make any sense, but they happen.
with no winning or
See,
losing.
this is a fun game.
Yeah.
By the way, sometimes
should've quit while you're ahead.
You gotta.
You should've quit
when
while
it
you're
comes to when it comes to analogy, sometimes it's like an alley-oop pass. I'll throw it up, and you'll see the ball there, and you go, "I can dunk that."
How is that an analogy?
I don't know.
That's
if
not an analogy.
Simile uses like or
Okay,
as.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe it's a simile.
I don't know.
Can I go now? I gotta piss my pants.
I guess that's it.
All right, it was fun,
Thanks,
guys.
Bert.
Thank
Bert
you.
Kreischer on I don't understand. People that I know have said it to me, and I'm like, you're. How can you be a fan and not know that it's Kreischer? Usually the Kreischer comes with somebody saying Kreischer after it. How did you miss that?
I've always, I don't mind it at all anymore. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's part of. Like I can't tell if they're joking,
Right,
or
I
I
bet.
can't tell if they're
What
a real
about
fan.
if someone says Albert?
That's my government name. Then I know I'm in trouble. Is there an Albert
Sorry
here?
about Anthony.
Anthony?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you're Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Are you
not.
Italian?
No.
Yes.
No.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah, that's it. He lost the accent.
My dad actually used to say that. Like, we saw you. We said, hey, that's Italian. I was like, come on.
Hey, you see that Goomba?
No, but the only doctors.
He gets up in the air like a guy with the spaghetti on the
Yeah.
Oh
fork.
my
Just, hey,
God.
turn it.
Yeah,
and
we need
then
to-
in the mouth.
Thank you, Albert.
Thank you, Anthony. What's Jason? Just Jason?
What the hell?
You just got Jason? You got
Yeah.
Jason like it was
So
1980s
boring.
and they were in
I
a
know.
rush? They're like, just Jason? Does that work? Is that
Well,
what's
if
your
your
name?
nickname was
This is
What
Jason.
a Bert. Bert just sounds like a fart.
Albert has a connotation of royalty.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
Albert
baller. Yeah.
Charles Kreischer
Oh,
the third.
yeah,
I'm
it's good,
white
yeah.
trash.
Wait, what's your name? Just Jason Ellis?
Jason Shane Ellis.
Shane-
And apparently,
Anthony
apparently
Frank.
it was almost Shane Jason Ellis.
Shane.
My dad went to look for cars while I was born. So, and she chose chose not to let the doctor cut my penis. Shout out to my mum. Thank you.
Yeah, but isn't that more Australian? Like, or was it? Which
Cutting
was
your-
more normal, circumcision or not in Australia?
They were doing it.
They were doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
My
They're
brothers,
like
What's that?
They're like us.
Yeah.
everybody got cut except me
for
and the
you?
whole family. Yeah.
She just was like, this one will be different.
My mum was the only. I only came.
He's a different dingo than the rest.
Yeah.
I want this one to know its own path.
It was. Yep. It was a different mum,
That
but
does
sure.
not sound Australian
Oh,
at all.
This is my president.
Yeah, here we go. Go.
Oh, Jason, I look at this boy the same way I look at the dingoes in the bush. His name will be, sir, what's your name? Jason. What's your name? Shane. Jason Ellis. Shane. Jason Shane Ellis. Shane Jason. Don't cut his cock. Is that a good accent?
Of my
Yes.
mum.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly what she sounds like.
She's actually the queen of England.
Then I'm gonna do impression. I'm gonna do.
I don't like to bring
I'm
that
gonna
up,
do
you
an
know?
impression of Tony's mom.
But
now,
not-
okay. She goes.
Hey, careful.
I don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, by the
wait.
way,
You can do an impression. Wait, you draw the line at your mum? That's bullshit.
well,
do
mine's
it.
American,
Do it.
so you can't fuck up the accent.
Hey, hey.
she's like, "Hey Guido, what are we gonna call this kid, huh?" He's like, "I don't know, Marie. I say we call him Anthony after my godfather."
One of the.
You mean the one that got shot outside Spock's restaurant? He's like,
This is-
yeah, Anthony, Joaquino, Halorondo.
Yeah, that's definitely my parents.
This is what
exactly that.
Hollywood
But you have to know-
actors
how did
can
they get
do.
Anthony?
I don't know.
But like, it was not a family name.
No.
Do you have any Anthony's in your family? Like, you name your kids Anthony?
One of my kids his middle name is Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was Albert Charles Kreischer III. What they say, or third, which they say is they say you're not supposed to do to a kid because it fucking.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, well, I was definitely doing it. If I got a boy, but my wife spurred me. If I had a boy, I was gonna call.
definitely her
I was
fault.
gonna call him out. Yeah, it is. It is. It actually is.
I heard that guys with high testosterone make girls.
Well, but now I'd make a girl. Back then, I was like barely cis.
Okay.
If back then,
You become more manly.
oh yeah, I'm on testosterone. My testosterone numbers are through the roof. I have testosterone. I'm a 20-year-old.
That's not
I was
that
gonna
healthy.
name- I
For
know.
a 50-year-old.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
We don't live forever. Some people die in plane crashes.
There's a
Now,
litany of other issues, so
Yeah.
let's just let him have that one.
I was gonna call him Albert Charles Kreischer IV
Nah.
and call him Quate.
Oh my
four.
god.
Yeah, I'd already thought it out. Yo, Quat. It'd be fucking badass
Yeah.
name.
Your
If I didn't have a
daughter's
boy,
got
and my
lucky.
wife
Yeah,
got done with after Ellis. She was like, "I'm done with fucking kids. I
Yeah.
can't have another one."
it's fair.
Yeah.
Get a cat.
Oh, I want a Savannah.
I think we're all done with kids. We're all done having kids. We're not done
I
with
feel like
kids.
we're done with this podcast.
We are done with this
I agree.
podcast, too.
All right, what did we learn?
Any last analogy?
Nothing.
This podcast was like anal sex.
That's it.
Not everyone's going to enjoy it, but it happened.
Wow, that was a good one. Well, I can describe it.